Salutations everyone, and welcome to another Black Ops beta gameplay, this time using an SMG. We're going to be using the Razorback, the most talked about gun from the beta. It was, so pretty much everyone's experience with the beta went so far. You know, you start off with the starter guns, you get like the SMGs, you try the Kuda, you're like, oh, the Kuda's pretty good. And then you unlock the Razorback and you're like, oh, so this is going to be the gun, huh? And then you get the MAA7 and you're like, wow, this is OP. So, and you know, not a lot of the other assault rifles are fairly fantastic or noteworthy. But this game is going to be ruled, as it was in the beta, as the last 3 Call of Duties have been, and even with the changes that are coming out in the full retail release of the game, it will be dominated by submachine guns once again. Just like Black Ops 1, just like Modern Warfare 3, just like Black Ops 2, just like Call of Duty Ghosts, and I would assume Advanced Warfare, don't know, didn't play it. It's gonna be another game where SMGs rule, which is not a good thing. Granted, it's never ideal to have 1 or 2 guns or 1 class of gun be better than the other. But when the assault rifles are the best gun in the game, or, you know, are the best class, you know, they like, let's say 3 out of the best 5 guns are assault rifles, or whatever, or something to that effect. The assault rifles have built-in balances in that they are going to have a slower ADS compared to SMGs. They're going to have, you know, smaller ammo compared to the LMGs. They're going to be smaller movement speed compared to SMGs and shotguns. But and they're going to have, you know, not as tight as a hip fire as an SMG or a shotgun or a machine pistol. So those are built in, like those don't change. So when an assault rifle is the better class, or one of the better guns is the assault rifle, there's still going to be those disadvantages against the SMGs. But when an SMG is the best gun in the game, there's no balances for it. SMGs are supposed to have, you know, lower damage over range than assault rifles. That's the one, you know, downside to an SMG. For the most part, you know, built-in across-the-board characteristic. But when you have something that has a much faster fire rate, you know, a normal-sized magazine, you know, 30 or more, and, you know, has the range, or close to the range, of an assault rifle, and, of course, has all the defaults, things like you're going to run faster, you're going to have tighter hip spread, and all that good stuff, it's not as conducive to a fantastic experience in my mind. And here I am using the this drone right here, which is, I've sang its praises before in the LMG video, pretty fantastic. So the Razorback was the best gun in the beta, very, very easily. Even with the M8A7 being so strong, it being a reskinned Type 95, the SMGs are going to be more used. You know, fully automatic weapons will be more used than a burst weapon. No matter how good the burst weapon is, more people are just comfortable. You know, it doesn't take, you know, as much action. You can just spray and pray, do what you want with a fully automatic weapon. So it, you know, stood to reason that the Razorback was the most used gun in the beta. From what I can tell, maybe it wasn't statistically, because not everyone played it enough to unlock it, but it was definitely, from the people getting, you know, a lot of kills consistently, the Razorback was an heavy favorite, and you can definitely see why. 0 recoil, 30 rounds, fast fire rate, high damage, and it's an SMG. Nothing, you know, bad in that description right there. You know, the Kuda was also very good. It has assault rifle-like range, but with the Razorbacks being so much better at close range, it just kind of, you know, outshone what else, you know, the Kuda could have been. You know, if the Razorback wasn't the best gun, maybe more people would have used the Kuda, or, you know, the Vesper, or the VMP, or something like that, which, you know, are actually pretty fun guns in their own right. I don't think there were any bad SMGs in the beta, and that's always good. It's always nice to see, no matter what the class is, if you use it or not, that, you know, they're all good and they're usable. But it's not good when they are too good. But thankfully, Treyarch actually took the data from the beta and the feedback, and they are going to make some balancing changes. I kind of wish that they would make the kill confirms tags the way that they should be, because for some reason they swapped them around this game. The confirm tag is the deny tag, and the deny tag now the confirm tag colors. I don't know why they did that, but the Razorback and the Type 80, the 3-round burst one, for some reason I can't think, the Type 95 reskin gun, the MAA7, those are getting nerfed. They didn't say what they were going to do, but they said they're going to get some balancing changes. And those were the two guns, easily, that needed the most balancing. And it's actually really, encouraging that they are doing that to those guns, because they were easily the best two guns within the beta. And with the Razorback being a fully automatic weapon, that's going to have its issues with the COD community as a whole. It's never fun when one gun just rules over everything, and it's a lobby of Type 95 users. It's a lobby of, MSMC users. It's a lobby of FAMAS users, a lobby of MP40 Juck users. That's never a good, fun thing to go up against. So they are going to be rebalancing the Razorback and the MAA7. They are rebalancing Rejacked further. They did balance it during the beta that you don't keep your score streaks, but now they're actually going to give you credit for a kill if you put someone in the Rejack position, get them in their second chance mode. In an ideal world, Rejack, aka Second Chance Pro, wouldn't be in the game, but it's nice that they're making these obvious glaring holes and filling them with some actual sense. They're also giving you more score for escorting the robot in Safeguard, which is a positive change. It's a good change. It's a change I agree with, because you weren't rewarded enough for moving the robot in Safeguard mode, but it's not going to change how people play the game, because everyone in the world and their grandma could get 100+ kills in those games, because you didn't really have to, deal with the objective. You had, spawn trapping issues that you can do, and that's just the way people are going to use it. They're going to play it just like, just like Demolition was in the last couple of games before it was taken out, and actually it's being added back in. So I think Demolition fanboys from the old games are going to be moving over to Safeguard. So now, Demolition is still going to have nobody playing it, even though no one played it beforehand. There's also some changes that are made to the flashbang and the concussion grenade. The flashbang was definitely way too strong, the strongest it's ever been within the series. And it's good that they're changing that. I don't feel like the concussion grenade needed a nerf. They're nerfing its time of a stunned enemy by a full second. They didn't say how they're changing the flashbang, but the flashbang is getting a balance, and you are able to unlock Tactical Mask at level 12. I think it was like 38 in the beta. So now you get to earlier, which is nice. I've always been a huge fan of Tactical Mask. It's not a perk that you see many people use quite often, because usually there's one other mainstream perk that a lot of people would rather use because it's more offensive or more campy, or helps them live longer. I like Tactical Mask because I don't like getting flashed, and I don't like getting stunned. I don't feel like the concussion grenade needed a nerf, but it is what it is. So it's nice to see Treyarch taking those necessary changes to this game, nerfing guns that would be a huge problem right out of the gate, like the Razorback and the MA87. I think the smart money is on them still being quite strong. Hopefully, they're not too strong, like, quote-unquote, nerf guns have been in the best. Like when they said, oh, we nerfed, the FAMAS, they really didn't. We nerfed this gun, it's still the best gun in the game. Hopefully that's not going to be the case this time. So, plenty of capture reserves for you, 43 kills and only 6 deaths. Hope you guys enjoyed. That was my thoughts on the SMGs. All very fun, all very good. With the Vesper and the VMP, I think being my favorites, since, the Cuda and the Razorback are just at a different level of goodness. And I don't like, usually playing the best guns in the game. But if the Razorback can be dumbed down to at the same level as the other SMGs, I'll use it more often, because the damn thing is quite strong. And even with the silencer, has pretty good range. Anyways, let me know what guns you would like to see me cover in the future, be it a sniper rifle or shotgun, and I will see you guys next time.